Who is this, Poundcake?
Beastie Boys.
They're named after food.
Meatloaf.
Yes, this is meatloaf.
They're named after food.
It's not corn.
Okay, no, not corn.
They just got a
What food group?
star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Vegetables, so you might not necessarily be all that well versed. Do you know who Anthony Kiedis is?
No.
Do you know who Flea is?
No.
This is a band called the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Ow! See, I know them, yeah.
This is off of Blood Sugar Sex Magic, which to this day I think is their high watermark. I like the Chili Peppers, but they have a new album out. And it's called what? Unlimited Fun or Unlimited Love or something. And it's their first in about 6 years. John Frusciante is back with the band. Rick Rubin produced it. They owe some of their biggest hits to him. And I remember going to, right after Blood Sugar Sex Magic came out, I remember going to Six Flags, which was still then Great America, about an hour north of Chicago, with my girlfriend at the time and her sisters. And the only saving grace was that they also liked this tape. And so they were blaring it. And in a rare display of teenage restraint, not singing along, which I appreciated. That's when I knew, at least temporarily, she was a keeper. Not singing along, but what a great album. Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Back when they were like still singing about their dongs and, you know. Now they're all about the love. But they did get their walk on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
It is an honor to have my
Woody Harrelson and George Clinton were there.
star so close to theirs. Oh no, I don't have a star. I don't. Who do you got to talk to? Anyway, these are the greatest guys making some of the greatest music. The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
How does Woody Harrelson not have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, by the way?
I don't know.
There are people you can't believe. Ryan Seacrest has a goddamn
Well, 'cause
star
some people-
on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Don't you just buy it, though?
You kind of do. You have, you pay for it, and then you
Like
have
you get
people.
nominated
But
or
why
something.
wouldn't Woody Harrelson have one?
You
think
have
it's
to. I think the requirements are like you have to be famous for at least 5 years, which that's Woody Harrelson, obviously. You have to be nominated. You have to.
What constitutes being famous?
Maybe a Hollywood agent. I'm not sure, but that is what I read online because Wendy Williams got a star. But
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Woody Harrelson did. Anyway. Gee, I wonder how Woody Harrelson and the Red Hot Chili Peppers came to know each other. Anywho, I guess we'll never know.
I want to thank everybody in the world who our music means something to. I know this street inside out, and this street knows me. And
It was such a big deal, by the way. Hollywood Boulevard had to be shut down for the Red Hot Chili Peppers to get their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I don't know where it is or whose star it's near, but it's there.
really grateful that now we can be a part of it.
You know, I'm so honored, and it's a really nice, happy occasion today. I have to give a shout out to my brother, Taylor Hawkins, who I love and we will all miss so much. He's flying around. I love you, Taylor. He would laugh and make a nice, smart-ass comment about this whole thing. And thank you guys so much for supporting us for all these years. We love you.
Very nicely said, Chad Smith. Much love.
The hell is that? Anyway, speaking of George Clinton, they have announced that Eddie Murphy will play George Clinton in the biopic of his life. You know who George Clinton is, Poundcake?
No.
Really?
Parliament Funkadelic? Bet your mom knows.
Dog catcher.
Yeah.
Dog
Maybe my mom does know.
I'm sure she would. You have covered George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, by the way, on this show.
The dog song?
Yes, the dog song. Is
One more side, feel like that. One more side, just a cat. Nothing but dog in me.
Woody Harrelson with Anthony Kiedis has got like this this haircut that this dude is walking around with. I don't quite understand. It's like a bowl cut at Bang's level that just goes around his head, and it's
it's a strange look.
Right. There's a real short bus vibe he's got going on there. But yeah, so the Red Hot Chili Peppers get their star.
That's when you've been hot and famous for too long, where you're like, let's see if I can get away with the Stewart from Mad TV haircut.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. Put a little rouge in my cheeks, and we'll go from there.
How many stars are on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Hundreds.
I would just
8.
Thousands. But I would just be pissed. Like I feel like it would be a blow to my ego if they gave me a star. Like, yes, we love you enough to give you a star, but you're like you're in front of a place where no one goes.
Well,
like
location, just like anything else, location. There are some that are better placed than others, but again, it depends. There are some stars that have been there for so long that people forget who they even are. Like old Hollywood stars and things. There are more than 2,700 stars.
But that's so low compared to all the celebrities that are out there. That's crazy. Like, you think about, like, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Rihanna, like, all the people Kanye West, like, the people that are relevant right now, they've been famous for more than 5 years. They've made billions of dollars, and they don't have a star.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ed O'Neill, the pride of Youngstown, Ohio, married with children and Modern Family, he's got a star. Daniel Craig has a star.
Ooh, I love Daniel Craig.
But they have, if you ever see them, they have different symbols on the stars.
Yeah, like a film.
Right.
Yeah,
there's like radio microphone representing broadcasters, and there's a phonograph, and there's a television, old-timey kind of
what do comics
symbols
get?
on these. There's they're comedy and tragedy masks.
Oh, I didn't know if it was that or like a microphone or something.
And then like an old-timey film camera for film stars, and so yeah, but I think you have to have people that will sponsor you and you pay for it, and so maybe Woody Harrelson just never wanted to pay for it. I don't know. There are people that have multiple stars.
Oh, because they're in a band and then they get it solo?
Well, no, just like a lot of the old Hollywood types. Because a lot of those people came from radio and then went into movies.
Well, that's cheating. What? You don't need 2 stars.
That was the business.
But you don't need
All
2
the
stars.
What do you mean you don't need 2 stars?
I know they're based on category, but you don't, like, 1 star is enough. Why do you have to have 2?
That's just how they do it. I don't know.
Cheating.
Gene Autry is the only honoree with stars in all 5 categories. Michael Jackson has a couple stars. How do you feel about that? Should he only have 1?
What does he have a star in other than music?
2 stars in the same category. By himself and as a member of the Jacksons.
But that don't count because they put the Jacksons. They don't put
all their names.
Yeah,
the
all
Beatles.
Their names.
They have individual stars and as the Beatles.
Well, that's okay.
That's John Lennon, Ringo Starr, Paul McCartney, and George Costanza, according to Poundcake.
Does George Costanza have a star?
Jason Alexander? I don't know.
I would be pissed if, like, you're so known for a character, they're like, we're going to put your character on a star. But you...
It's like when they gave Rocky a statue.
Yeah.
It's like
you
have like famous boxers from Philadelphia, and they're like, well, we're going to go with Rocky, though. The fake one.
We're going to go...
I mean, there are fictional characters that have stars. Like Pee Wee Herman has a star. Not Paul Rubens. Pee Wee Herman has a star. Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
There's a star. So, again, it's all over the place.
How does Mickey Mouse...
Donald Trump's star is regularly vandalized for obvious reasons.
Sure.
People are trying to pry it up.
They're
constantly having to repair his star because people are constantly screwing with it.
He paid his money. Like, just let it be. The star is not him. Like, jeez.
Well, people have said that they should pull up Bill Cosby's star. People have said that they should pull up Kevin Spacey's star.
There ain't no pulling up. Like, they paid their money. They paid their money like everybody else.
So what you're saying is as long as you pay your money, you can do whatever you want.
This was based off of a certain amount of fame and a certain amount... you met the criteria at the time.
What if they refunded his money?
No, because you can't refund the fame. He was there.
They're not refunding the fame. They're saying, look,
no,
there's an organization that runs, the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce runs the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And if they determine, hey, we don't feel good about this,
No, you're solidified.
You would set a precedent, of course, but
Yep.
I mean, it would be something you'd have to consider.
No, you're solidified. At that point, when you put
Nothing is solidified.
you
Literally nothing is solidified.
you're literally
You can pry these up.
Well, you shouldn't.
But how will people know history?
But I'm saying you're not erasing their fame. I understand if they had a statue of Bill Cosby, that's one thing. Like you're immoral, but like
Well, they're not saying they're erasing the fame. It's like people who go, "You tear down them statues, you're trying to erase history." No, you can't erase history.
But this isn't-
history exists. History does not change.
but this isn't about.
But to have a celebratory monument to someone infamous in that way, some people have it. I don't care. I could give a fat frog's ass. But some people, understandably, have an issue with that.
It's the Walk of Fame. It's the Walk of Fame. That should be the only criteria. If you're
Can
famous,
they move the ones from like that are infamous to the Walk of Shame?
Yeah,
fine.
create a new
If you
one.
want to put a
Walk of shame.
Yeah.
It's down Skid Row.
like it. These are the ones
Skid
that we
Row's
don't like.
huge now, too.
That's what I'm
so,
saying.
Yeah.
All of downtown, 50 square blocks. You know, that would be a nice little. You know, in addition to my Chernobyl and my Abu Dhabi vacation, I'm just gonna explore Skid Row.
No, you don't get to do that because when I said I wanted to do that when I was in LA, people came all over me.
303.
You're welcome, guys.
Did you see my face as soon as I said it? I was like, "That's not how I mean it."
You said it with vigor too.
Oh my god,
The enthusiasm.
that's not what I meant. People were all over me.
I think we have a new mob assassin in our midst.
People came for me. That was more like what I was.
Yeah,
trying to
they
get
came
at.
for you.
Oh god.
Yeah, and that was very nice of them.
Well, that just ruined any point I was trying to make.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
I'm going on my Skid Row
It
vacation.
worked out better though.
What an idiot.
And she's
What
on
an idiot.
vacation all next week. She's not here.
I'm not even gonna hear all the times
Nope,
it gets played.
you are not.
Just make a montage of it for me.
Nope.
Man, that's one that I really would have liked to play to confuse Rick. That would have been a good one.
Oh yeah.
when you're not here and we have fake conversations with him.
Sure.
Oh, do you guys do that?
We did it from time to
Yeah.
time, yeah.
And he talked back to me?
Once in a while.
Yeah.
We used to do
okay.
it a lot with Erica. He wouldn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
With you, I think he got wise to what was going
I
on.
just called in to just rather some, just getting in there.
Right. It was impossible to do that. Sometimes I'd play himself back to him.
And he'd be like,
And he'd,
that guy sounds handsome.
that's right.
That was a really bad one. That might be the worst one I've ever had on this show.
You think so?
I think so.
All right.
Because the
The way that I said
way
it,
you say
I
it
was
is
so worked up. When other people do it, it weirds me out, but I can touch my own. That's not that bad.
That's not that bad.
You can't have a frown on your face if you're sliding down a fireman's pole. Mm-hmm. I stand by that. Mm-hmm. The old sit and spit. That one's pretty bad. Okay, that was pretty bad. Stretch me out over 9 more inches. That was about height.
Whatever you say. I don't care what they actually referred to.
And you can say this one is about Skid Row, but it doesn't matter.
That makes it worse.
Yeah.
If I no context say this clip is about Skid Row.
Skeet Row. So once those are in the ground, Poundcake, nothing can change to remove them.
It shouldn't.
Shouldn't. Okay.
It's
Well,
the Walk of Fame.
I don't know that they've ever removed someone, so I think that they're probably on. I think they're probably on your side.
Shia LaBeouf ain't got no star. I don't want to go to no Walk of Fame if Shia LaBeouf ain't got no star.
Shia LaBeouf. That's what you're hanging your hat on?
Yeah, how you not gonna have Shia LaBeouf?
Poundcake, I could give you 100 reasons why. Poundcake, you're not going to go check out the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Do they have Shia LaBeouf? Shia the Beef. Shia the Beef. But there are people who will, who will polish the stars of people that they like. Julio Iglesias, of course, the very famous singer, he has a star, and it is kept in pristine condition by a devoted band of elderly women who scrub and polish it once a month. Think about that. Because you don't want it to fall into disrepair. You want to have some old ladies out there scrubbing it up for you.
Which one would you want to go see, Alan? Is there one that you would be like, wow, that's pretty cool?
I was surprised.
I used to live right around the corner from a section of it, so I don't remember who was near where I lived. I lived at Highland and Yucca.
Yucko.
I went to dinner with a girlfriend while I was out there, and it was on a part of it. Like you said, it's like so long.
Yeah.
We went to this like Italian place that was right by it. And I was surprised by how I didn't react. Where I was like, oh, that's cool. Like we were walking and I looked and like, oh, that person. It wasn't like a, oh my God, I can't wait to go see it.
Well,
like
it's words on a sidewalk.
Yeah.
It's not that exciting.
I think it used to be a bigger deal when people didn't have 24/7 access to everything celebrities do. I
That's
think it was
true.
kind of a cool tourist destination, but now it's like, if you have a star outside a shuttered shoe store,
yeah.
it's not,
And that person just posted their nipples on Instagram yesterday.
or whatever,
You're like-
or it's a star from 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Mary Astor, who was a big deal in the 40s.
Yeah.
But nobody remembers her now. So, but I don't think Shia LaBeouf is out there.
Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has it.
Backstreet Boys have one.
Wow, Mary. There you go.
I do love AJ,
I don't know which one AJ is.
the bad boy.
The bad boy.
With the
You mean-
Aren't they all
goatee?
bad?
You mean the bad man?
Bad boy AJ.
Because they're all men now?
What made him a bad boy?
He did a lot of cocaine.
And he had a goatee.
He had a goatee, and he had a motorcycle, and he wore black.
Ooh.
And he wore sunglasses inside and a hat.
Oh, bad guy.
He wasn't like a pretty boy like the other ones were. He was like, I got tattoos. I'll do my own thing. I wear rings.
So he'll do his own thing, but within the confines of the boy band?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
And so that was the one that you were drawn to.
Yes, I
You were
loved
like,
him.
that guy's the bad guy. I want to be around him. Right.
I was like 9.
I
like-
want to have a goatee and tattoos.
Yeah. Like 9 years old. I'm like, I like bad boys.
Oh,
I'm like,
my
you don't. You don't
goodness.
even know what you're saying right now.
Who were the other guys in there?
Nick,
Yeah.
Brian,
Yeah.
Luttrell,
Yeah.
Nick, AJ, Howie,
Howie. Okay.
and
Yeah, you can't be
Kevin.
If you're Howie, you can't be the bad boy. There's no bad boy.
No bad boy named Howie.
Howie was originally the lead singer before Nick came along.
Huh. All right. But you looked at him and you were like, that's the guy for me.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah.
I just love that look.
Well, Nick's blonde hair, like I watched.
He's like him and Brian were just such pretty boys.
I was watching not digital get down. That's NSYNC.
yeah.
No, what was the one when they're the robots? Oh, Larger Than Life. Mm-hmm. I was watching Larger Than Life. I was like, damn, Nick Carter really had it back in the day. I understand. I get it.
Yeah.
Who was the bad boy in NSYNC?
Joey, I think.
Joey?
No,
Joey Fat
He
One?
was like the funny one. I
JC.
Oh, JC
thought.
Chazé.
JC, okay. It wasn't.
What was, in the confines of NSYNC, what was Timberlake?
He was the lead singer.
Yeah, he was
No.
the
I mean, was
star.
he the cute one?
He was
he
pretty.
wasn't the bad guy. He
No,
was
but he was like the
all-encompass.
dancer.
he had like a tight fro or something.
He had
Dark,
the frosted
Q-tip,
tips. They
yeah.
all had that. But
JC was the hottest. I
who's
don't
the gay
care.
one?
Lance.
He
The
was,
gay one?
He's
Oh.
not the bad boy.
Lance was not the bad boy.
But
He
I heard
was like
was-
the pretty.
Was whacking off guys like that.
Like that mob enforcer
Right.
up in Rochester?
Like Lance was always put together. Like Lance was very pretty. That's how Brian and Nick were in the Backstreet Boys.
So
Kevin
they each
was
had their
old.
analog in the other bands.
What they
then.
should have
Yeah.
done is someone should have made a boy band where it's all bad boys.
Yes.
I think that's a motorcycle gang.
Fine.
Yeah,
Get
but
them to
sing and
sing.
dance.
You're
Put-
thinking of Sons of Anarchy.
Put instruments in their hands.
What
teach 'em.
instruments? A flute?
Sure.
Why a flute?
Yeah.
A flautist?
Beat Lizzo by 20 years. I'm going to take a break. I will have, if you're a fan of Last Podcast on the Left, they're doing a live taping end of the month at MGM Northfield Park, so we'll hook you up there. 35192 if you want to send a text, and we'll be back.